something that's far more important than steel and brick and stone. What holds a city together is a need which all men have, the need for living together with their fellow men, sharing their work, helping each other, enjoying their friendships and their companionship. And since people must depend upon one another, they have built up ways through the ages of getting along together. Our laws are one way of doing this. But just as important as laws are the rules and usages of courtesy and consideration, which we call good manners. They come naturally where people have a high regard for each other. We see good manners every day, not only among adults, but among children, too. Often they may not even realize that the consideration they're showing for others might be called good manners. Wherever you go, you'll always find that good manners keep things running smoothly. Paying attention to a neighbor's yard is good manners because it's considerate. So is going to the end of the line instead of trying to break into the middle. It's only fair to those who were there before you. Introductions are good manners because they're friendly and help people be at ease with each other. And good manners at the table make for a pleasant and comfortable meal. Such things as coming to the table with clean hands and face, passing food properly, and pleasant conversation make mealtime enjoyable for the whole family. Yes, you see good manners wherever there are people who respect each other and want to get along with others. Sometimes, though, you find a person like Mickey Taylor who has lost sight of the importance of good manners or who hasn't realized the values of consideration for others.
Hi, Mom. Anybody home? Yes, dear. Come in and say hello to Mrs. Norris.
Letting the screen door slam, strewing his clothes about the kitchen, certainly isn't being considerate of his mother.
I'll get him. Hello? Who? Karen? No, she's not in.
The least he could do is offer to take a message. And what about the importance of good manners to guests of other members of the family?
You remember Mrs. Norris, don't you? Oh, hello, Mickey. It's nice to see you again. Hello.
It's time for one of Mickey's favorite programs, and he doesn't stop to think that the set may disturb his mother and her guest. It isn't that Mickey wants to be rude, he just hasn't stopped to think.
Mickey. Mickey, I'm afraid you're going to have to turn off that set. Mickey. Mickey, may I speak with you? Okay. Is she...
I guess it's even interesting to watch, although it was shot in the 1950s. But this is, I mean, Africans and Nigerians just want to fly and run into America and the West because they see a civilized nation and they see a civilized people. But they don't know what led to that. And they don't know that there was a system in place that the media and the Hollywood or the film industry, they sat down, designed a system on how to teach people things as basic as opening the door for a lady to come in, as basic as table manners. But when I see the media today in Nigeria and the Nollywood in Nigeria, it's a far cry from what we just saw from that video. I want you to, Dr. Sunday, to address the Nigerian Nollywood in general. What message do you have for them?
No, first of all, I'm happy that you brought out this video from Hollywood. What they don't know is that Hollywood itself was started because of this purpose. Film industry was started because of this purpose. For the purpose of propagating the right values, virtues, the normal human relationship standards. There are many of them. This is not the only one. There are so many of these kind of films. But so when we come to America or you come to Europe today, we don't know what made them to be like this. And that way. Otherwise, all of us, we're drawn to the worst part of us. We are drawn to animalistic, instinctive survival instinct. But until you have a mechanism of nurturing the right value system in people, they don't become the right people that you want to see. So, I want to let people know that this was at a time when it was only one television station. This was at a time when it was only one television station in America. So the whole country, that time there were no channels, nothing. So the whole country was being nurtured by this thing. The whole country was being impacted with the right value system. The whole country was being taught on manners, on how to behave. So these are the things that are responsible for the America that we now see today. So the America we now see today, or the Europe we see today, is not by accident. It is because for years, decades, people were taught in the school. So the same thing that is being taught right now in those values, in that the same thing are being taught in schools. Up to now, they still have them in schools. Kindergarten, primary school, secondary school, they still have those kind of manners that they teach everywhere. But in those days, they use all their system to teach it. So this is what media is supposed to be for in our place. This is what our entertainment industry was supposed to be. It was only in the 70s or in the 80s, I think it was in the 80s or late 70s, that American Hollywood became the kind of thing we are seeing right now, because it was more commercialized. And when money comes into place, money becomes, money replaces values, and it begins to just do what will sell. So that is what our people just want to copy. They just copy what they are seeing right now, but they don't know that there's a higher purpose that is supposed to be for media, for entertainment, and the government and the regulatory bodies are supposed to be there to correct these kind of things. That's why we are supposed to have a government. That's why we are supposed to have regulations. That's why we are supposed to have ministers, parliament, National Assembly, that are supposed to formulate ideas and are supposed to give direction. That's why we are supposed to have the agency on orientation of the country, on values. This is why we are supposed to, be able to, build a system and put a system in place for all our media organization to follow. All of them are supposed to follow the system of propagating. So any of the operations has to be within, this set of values that we want to generate in our people. Even in America, Hollywood up to today, if you see all their films, they are always around some certain values. The good people always win, the bad people always lose. Some people will struggle in the beginning and later on they make it. It's American values. So it's all around some value systems. So the same thing, we are supposed to define a list of values, like we have those 20 list of value system that we have. We are supposed to get that and give to the entertainment world our own Nollywood and television, radio, all of them. Do anything you want, but in the you must be propagating some values. Right now, people are just doing whatever will give them money and fame and popularity. But we are supposed to guide them and give them guidance. If you don't give people vision, they will lose direction. So it is that vision that must be put in place to make sure that our television, people will not know that they are working in accordance to a given value system, but at least they must know. The people in charge are supposed to know, and that is how we form a new people and a new nation.
Amazing.
Sunday Adelaja here. If you believe in nation building principles, please like this video, share it with your friends, and let's change our nations together.